In this video, I'm going to go through some tips and tricks to help you get to the top of the scoreboard in Battlefield 1. These tips will apply to all types of players and all game modes. Firstly, how is Battlefield 1 different from Battlefield 4 in terms of the scoreboard? Well, in Battlefield 4 you were rewarded for killing and assisting far more than you are in Battlefield 1. It is clear to see that in BF1, the lower skilled players can reach the top 10% of score within a game quite consistently without getting many kills at all, and this is fine. This can be attributed to the way points are rewarded for simple tasks such as resupplying friendly players and capping objectives. Destroying tanks and damaging planes can also yield a decent points return even if you don't get a kill in the process. With that in mind, let's first concentrate on ways to gain the maximum amount of score without actually getting into an engagement. The gadgets in Battlefield 1 offer a great opportunity to ramp up your score per minute. If running in the medic class, you can pretty much have a decent round without firing a bullet just as long as you revive and heal everyone on your team consistently for the entire match. I've tried this, and although boring, your score is often very good. Perhaps a more simple way to get score, however, is in the support class. Running with the ammo pouches or ammo crates can really boost both your team's ability to suppress and kill the enemy and your ability to get closer to number 1 on your team. You can even be a real tryhard and run with a loadout that consists of both the ammo crate and ammo pouch, and although I wouldn't really recommend this for normal play, if you're purely going for score, I don't think that there is too much wrong with it. You'll gain a load of points and your team will remain fully resupplied. You can drop the crate in a position where lots of your teammates are bunching up and then run around in the open throwing ammo pouches to those that are in need of them, gaining a whole load of points in the process. How about repairing vehicles? In Battlefield 1 you are rewarded for repairing vehicles and it really doesn't take too much effort at all. Keeping up with a tank, however, is sometimes problematic and can result in getting killed through splash damage or small arms fire. A better way to gain points through repairing though is to jump into one of the passenger seats in the huge bomber. From that position you can repair all game whilst gaining some nice assist points from teammates. I've seen some players get in the top 5 from just repairing a bomber throughout the game. They haven't actually got themselves any kills, they've just been picking up assists and of course the repair bonuses. Instead of just repairing vehicles, why not take one yourself? There is a slight problem with this though, especially if you're trying to get to the top of the scoreboard. In vehicles you need to get kills, so choosing to drive a tank requires a certain amount of skill if you want to get that top spot. I would suggest taking the howitzer tank and hunting down enemy tanks, as this is fairly easy to do once you get to grips with the shell drop off and is highly rewarding. The shell does a lot of damage against enemy tanks, and of course if you can take out an A7B with 5 people in it, that's a lot of score. You'll also find that you can demolish buildings and anything else that gets in your way. Armoured cars are easy targets for tanks and quite often they're full of people too, meaning you can pick up some big scores for very little effort. Objective play is by far the best way to add to your score in a Battlefield game. BF1 rewards you very nicely for capping an objective, and if you were to just flag run, I'm sure your score would be quite competitive come the end of the game. Game modes such as Conquest, Operations and Frontlines give you huge amounts of points when playing the objective, and in all honesty it's quite easy to do. Sit in the cap radius and protect a part of the flag. Easy. In order to improve the amount of objectives you cap, make sure you're in a squad with 4 other objective playing teammates. There's no point being in a squad with someone who is camping on the edge of the map, as you'll never want to spawn on them. Situate yourself in a squad with some objective playing tryhards and get into the action as much as possible. All in all, I would suggest trying to incorporate these tactics and produce a playstyle that not only focuses on playing the objective and resupplying your teammates, but also getting the odd kill here and there. That will essentially make you the ultimate team player and someone that every player wants in their team. You'll also dominate the highlight screen at the end of each game. And in addition to this, remember one simple rule: flank, flank and flank some more. Shooting enemies in the back is far easier than dueling them face on, and most maps allow for some sneaky maneuvers when looking to gain an advantage on the opponent. You can see an example of this in the background. Sinai Desert, I'm in the howitzer tank. I've just pulled off a sneaky little flank around the side here, picking off quite a few kills, helping my teammates push onto the objective. I'm on the objective the whole time. I'm getting a lot of points. I then retreat back, find a different route round to protect the tank. You can do this as an infantry player, whether you're in a tank. Even in planes you have to think about ways you can flank away from the enemy plane in order to get a different angle. It's not really the same sort of manoeuvre as a flank, but you know what I mean. Getting in a position where you can do as much damage as possible with the least risk. Incorporate some of the other things that I've mentioned in this video, such as dropping ammo whenever possible and repairing vehicles, things like that, and you will fly up to the top of the scoreboard in no time at all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what things you try and implement into Battlefield 1 in order to get to the top of the scoreboard. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.